We fund research in developing countries, and one of the areas where we fund research is in the area of climate change. One of the interests that we have is to build climate leaders. These are basically scientists and thought leaders who can come up with solutions to address the challenges of climate change. So as a result, we've been supporting for about 10 years now a fellowship program in Africa that's been building the capacity of scientists at the master's, PhD and postdoc level. And we decided to give support to take this leadership to a higher level, which means build the capacity of those who've been there to actually be at the forefront of coming up with climate solutions.
D'abord, j'aimerais remercier ce programme qui est en train de renforcer les capacités des chercheurs en Afrique, déjà par une intégration, parce que vous savez qu'aujourd'hui, le développement de la recherche passe par une intégration. Il faut que les chercheurs travaillent ensemble. Il faut que les chercheurs du Ghana, du Burkina, de la Mauritanie ou du Maroc arrivent à se rencontrer et échanger des idées et sur des problématiques telles que le changement climatique. Parce que si vous regardez un peu en Afrique de l'Ouest, le développement des perturbations peut commencer dans une région et peut affecter l'autre région. Et dans ce cadre de programme-là, les chercheurs sont ensemble, ils travaillent, ils développent donc des partenariats et des solutions pour des problématiques vraiment pratiques et qui renforcent donc les capacités des populations. Et c'est ce que ce programme Afrikis est en train de faire, amener les chercheurs ensemble et les faire réunir autour d'une même table.
Essentially, my work is to look at the hydropower system in Nigeria, looking at historical data. I intend to use it to predict the various impacts of climate change on the hydropower systems, whether on the long run it will affect us in terms of power generation and power output in Nigeria, considering some of the environmental effects like drought and flooding. In three ways. One is building capacity, because going back, I'll be working with a team. So from the training I get, obviously about 5-6 other people there will be capacity built. Second one is increasing the level of research output on issues of climate in Africa. And then thirdly, bringing more Africans to be involved in the process of IPCC and UNFCCC.
Au Maroc, on a plusieurs projets, on a plusieurs programmes, on a travaillé avec des organisations internationales. La spécificité de ce projet, c'est qu'il vise des actions sur le terrain. Je vous rappelle que notre institution, l'Université de Marrakech, est engagée dans le programme ACCFP depuis 2008. Elle est engagée en tant qu'institution hôte. Et on a jusqu'à maintenant reçu plus de 10 stagiaires, que ce soit des doctorants, que ce soit des décideurs à l'Université de Marrakech. Ça nous a permis, premièrement, de développer l'échange sud-sud, de développer l'expérience au sein de l'Afrique. Et l'essentiel, c'est que l'expérience africaine va servir pour lutter contre les changements climatiques en Afrique. Et ça, c'est la spécificité. Et au Maroc, on est très content de l'expérience qu'on a vécue avec la CCFP, que ce soit au niveau du premier programme, que ce soit au niveau du programme AfriCLP. Ça nous permet d'apprendre et de partager notre savoir-faire vers d'autres pays africains intéressants pour nous.
The African Leadership Program really comes in to boost, to motivate already existing ideas from young leaders, because they have ideas and at times they need the mentorship that is being provided by the program and also the finances that is needed to realize some of these ideas, because without finances some ideas they die down. So I think it's a very good program to build on the leadership capacity of young leaders in Africa and to also promote the fight of climate change.
Alors mon projet à l'AfriCLP est intitulé l'assurance indicielle comme innovation et stratégie d'adaptation aux risques climatiques donc dans les États insulaires. Et nous allons faire une étude de cas spécifiques sur les îles du Cap-Vert.
My project is about basically how do we integrate climate change into different sectors, and I'll be looking at the agricultural sector in Zimbabwe, where most of the farmers depend on rain-fed agriculture, and it has been greatly affected because of climate change, where we see that there is increased temperatures, rainfall has become intermittent, and there is long season dry spells. And how are then farmers going to still continue to produce in such an area and with such a type of rainfall?
Probably just to give a background about my project, we realized that all of a sudden developing countries are now catching up with the developed world in light of emissions, greenhouse gas emissions. And among those is India of recent. So we realize that as developing countries, we have a role to play in order to curb those emissions.
I think the African Climate Leadership Program is a great initiative because it stems from a number of research, policy and innovation initiatives that have been done before. But the question always is around impact of such initiatives. So it is to take the critical mass of what has been done forward. And in this case, we're talking about coming up with innovations, solutions to some of the climate challenges of Africa.
In general, they are going to develop adaptation, to increase the adaptation of the communities. And they are well organized actually, because there is a research group which is giving out data, the data which can be used by policy group, and actually, like myself, they have another group which is dealing with innovations, taking what the science has produced to the society. Therefore, they are going to increase capacity of adaptation through the program.
Basically, what I'm looking at is trying to disseminate weather information to farmers in their local language through mobile phone. And it is going to be in local language because from previous work that we did, we provided the information in English language, and the farmers complained that they had difficulty understanding and using the information. So this time, I'm looking at giving them the information in their local language. And I have 3 packages. I'm going to provide them with seasonal forecasts, weekly and daily forecasts.
I expect this program to come out with leaders who are able to impact the society positively in terms of building resilience of pastoralists and other smallholder farmers in terms of climate change adaptation and mitigation. I also expect that the leaders here will be able to change, to make policies and that regulate and will influence future policy making in their countries.